Hi, I'm Kelly Forbes, Senior Mental Health Practitioner with Newry and District GP Federation. On the 10th of September this year is National Suicide Prevention Day, and the second part of the theme on this day is to start the conversation. So following on from the first part, we know that the more people feel alone, the more that will increase their risk. And for me, this part of the theme is kind of tackling that common belief that if you ask somebody if they're having thoughts about not wanting to be alive, that this will actually increase their risk of doing something. We absolutely know that asking this question does not increase somebody's risk. If anything, it decreases the risk. And the way I might ask somebody if I'm seeing them, I might say something like, "You've told me that things have really built up for you. You've told me that you're feeling really overwhelmed right now." And I might say something like, "Lots of people, when this happens," again, I'm really normalizing it, I'm making it quite a common thing. I'm saying a lot of people who feel this way start having thoughts that they can't go on, or that they don't want to be alive anymore. Are you having those types of thoughts right now? And what I find is that most people are quite relieved that it's been asked that directly, and then you will get an answer, perhaps "I am," or I am, but I wouldn't. You know, people are able to verbalize it a lot better. And we know from the neuroscience that as soon as somebody verbalizes something that's, you know, in them, we see the areas of the brain that have those really kind of strong negative emotions, they immediately start coming down, because again, that problem has been verbalized and it's been shared. For people that are listening to this video, I guess broadly speaking, we have two ways of accessing support. We have the statutory services, which would be your GP surgery, your GP out of hours, and A&E. So every A&E will have a liaison team if somebody presents as having thoughts not worth living. So there are teams there at the A&Es to assess that for over 18s and under 18s. I don't think we can ignore the fact that 70% of people who do complete suicide are not known to services at all. So I think leading on from the first video when I was talking about stigma, there's a real fear of reaching out and how that might be responded to. So I also really want to let people know about our partner organisations. So we have PIPS Hope and Support, and they are an organisation that offer counselling and crisis support to people who are having thoughts not worth living. We have Lifeline, which is a online counselling service, telephone, and they see people face to face, again in those crisis situations. And we have Papryrus, which again is for younger people, and that is a telephone support line, really supporting people in crisis and with safety planning. We will put all of that information in the description of this video so people have it to hand. So as a summary, starting the conversation with somebody will not increase their risk. It will absolutely reduce the risk. And once you have that information, you can then say to somebody, the fact that you're even feeling this right now is showing that you need more support. Let's think about how to get you some support right now. We also know that sometimes people might not want to reach out at that moment. Any of those organisations that I've mentioned, the GP surgery, out of hours, Lifeline, Papryrus and PIPS Hope and Support, if you're worried about somebody, any of those organisations will also be able to give you some advice and support on managing in that situation. Thank you.